Australia's wine production has tripled since 1990. However, Australian wines have suffered some serious drawbacks in the media. Wine critics often disregard most Aussie wine as critter wines, referring to the cute animal designs that adorn much of their wine labels. But there's a lot more going on in Australian wine than you think. Let's get into the basics. Australia has around 2,500 wineries in 65 wine regions. It features a warm, dry climate. The Australian continent is blessed with some of the oldest soils on Earth and varying climate conditions. It's famous for its Shiraz, aka Syrah, and Chardonnay, which are grown in every single wine region in Australia. There's over 100 grape varieties, and there's really a lot happening in Australia's wine world. Now, let's get into Australia's top wine regions. The three major wine regions by volume are South Australia, New South Wales, and Victoria. South Australia and New South Wales are known for their warmer climate varieties such as Shiraz and Cabernet Sauvignon. In South Australia, specifically Adelaide, is the hub of the largest wine growing region. Outside of Adelaide is Barossa, the most prestigious growing area, and home to the oldest living vineyards. Stay tuned to find out how the heck that possibly could be. The best varieties here are smoky, spicy Shiraz, red blends called GSM for Grenache, Syrah, and more Verde. There's more than just reds though. Clare Valley and Eden Valley are known for their Rieslings. Now let's move on to New South Wales. The major production in New South Wales comes from the inland Big River zone. This area has historically produced much of the commercial Chardonnay and Shiraz from Australia. However, because of severe drought in recent years, more wine grape growers are experimenting with drought-friendly varieties like Tempranillo and Verdejo. Hunter Valley is a great spot to get Semillon, while Margaret River is great for a Cab Sav. And on to Victoria. This region is known for cool climate-loving Pinot Noir. Commercial winemaking in northwest Victoria makes up the majority of wine production in the entire region. However, the growing areas of interest are cooler and closer to Melbourne, such as Mornington Peninsula and Yarra Valley, which makes a mean Chardonnay. The cool climate areas in Victoria have received a lot of praise for their Pinot Noir. Now that we've covered some of the main wine regions, let's get into some fun facts. Australians coined the name Shiraz specifically to highlight the unique taste of their Syrah wines. So basically, it was just a huge marketing tactic. The country is all about its wine technology. Nearly all Australian wines are screw caps, even some of the most prestigious wines. Now, I told you that Australia is home to some of the oldest grapevines in the world. That seems strange, right? So get this, many of Europe's established vineyards were destroyed by a disease called phylloxera in the 1800s, and some of the only survivors of those vines were the vines brought to Australia. So there you have it. There is a Australia wine guide in under 5 minutes.